Have you imagined a world without people in STEM careers? That could be disastrous because it could lead to problems like not having enough medical doctors to take care of patients. It could also lead to people not going into ICT and not going into technology, and we may have lack of engineers and mathematicians. Consider a world if our world today do not have computers or a cell phone or a sound healthcare. Since the world began till date, scientific breakthroughs and technological advancements have been the basis for developments in all areas of life. Healthcare, education, entertainment, marketing, agriculture, every conceivable industry you can think of have been made better because of the miraculous touch of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics known as STEM. Today we live in a world that is continuously evolving, where developments in all these areas are needed even more. For example, studying online today will not be possible without an app like Canvas, which is a direct product of technology. Having been a school teacher in mathematics and science for over 12 years, I understand that math is too hard feeling that students usually have, stemming from what they hear from people around them, including parents and teachers, say about this subject. Now, I want us to listen attentively as I go into the talk I'm about to present to you today, which dwells on the declining interest of students in STEM and the problems and prospects this may have for the future. I will also talk about the important roles that parents and teachers play in encouraging students and their wards to go into STEM careers. My presentation today will take two dimensions. I will start by talking about the interests of students in STEM, and then I will conclude by talking about what parents and teachers can do to boost their interests in this very important field. The acronym STEM means science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And from recent data, it is gathered that students are losing interest in this very important area because they consider it too hard. In an article titled "Decline in STEM Enrollment Highlights the Importance of Mentorship," Lynn Kalinowski says that recent data shows a decline in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and that this could lead to a long-term economic problem in the USA and compound the long-term standing problem of getting girls and people of Hispanic background into STEM fields. According to the Institute of Engineering and Technology in the US, children's interest in STEM is down by 10% among 9 to 12-year-olds. It is down by 12% in design and technology and by 14% in ICT over the past 4 years. This is both problematic and ironic because, according to Twin Science, the careers of the future will most certainly be centered around STEM fields. And according to them, STEM careers have many benefits for children, including but not limited to the following. It improves their creativity and encourages them to think outside the box. It increases team collaboration, helping kids develop skills in communication, leadership, and the drive to achieve common goals. It encourages them to think critically and to have problem-solving abilities. It boosts their curiosity, which is necessary and is a very great driving force for innovation and discovery. STEM careers also have so many benefits for adults. According to the US Department of Commerce, other occupations grow at the rate of 9.8%, while STEM occupations are growing at the rate of 24.4%. Not to mention that STEM degree holders earn higher compared to other professions. Now I have established the importance of STEM. Let me now talk about what parents and teachers can do to encourage students to go into this field. It's common knowledge that the actions or inactions of parents and teachers affect the lives of children. In a report titled "Parents' Involvement and Its Influence on Children's STEM," Julie Thomas et al. Maintained that in specific areas involving STEM content areas, research shows that parents' involvement positively affects children's qualitative skills and problem-solving skills. Also, according to David Lacken, who is the head of education in IET, He said that after parents, teachers are the next major influence of children, especially at primary age, where the presence of an inspirational teacher can set up patterns in life. Let me now talk about some of the things that parents and teachers can do to positively affect children's interest in STEM. First, parents and teachers should stop castigating mathematics and science in the presence of their children. This will go a long way to reduce the feeling that maths is too hard. Secondly, they should have a positive attitude towards STEM. Most parents think that they need to be versed in science and technology before they can teach their children. No, that is a wrong notion. They should only have a positive attitude to encourage these children. They can find resources online to help their children and their students. They should also try to encourage curiosity in their children. Do not shut children up. Allow them to have imagination. Only guide them to the proper perspective. Parents and teachers should also learn to get outside of the home and out of the classroom to explore the environment, explore nature with children so that they can help children to discover things for themselves. Also, they can help them by playing math games with them. Playing math games is a fun way to learn and to acquire problem-solving skills. We can learn a lot from the story of Ben Carson. Ben Carson lived with his mother and his junior brother when he was young. Though he showed potential as a student, but he did poorly in his academics at school. So one day, his mother decided that they were watching too much TV, and she now gave them tasks to read more at home to add to the schoolwork they were having at school, and to report their readings to her every month. Suddenly, Ben Carson developed a newfound interest in learning. With that continued interest, he had a scholarship at Yale University where he had a degree in psychology. From there, he forwarded to the Michigan University and earned a degree in medicine, and upwards to Johns Hopkins University where he completed his residency in neurosurgery. Ben Carson became the first neurosurgeon to perform a successful surgery on conjoined twins in 1987, and by so doing, he saved the lives of those twins. Today, I've been able to tell you the declining interest of students in STEM and the problem this will have for the future and the prospects it has for us also. I've also talked about the role parents and teachers can play to encourage their children and their students to go into STEM. Remember that STEM is a very important area of life, and even as the future unfolds, we need more people to go into science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. It is the duty of every parent and teacher to encourage their children to go into this very important area. And so I invite you today to make a conscious effort, first of all, to change your own attitude towards mathematics and also STEM in general, so that you can encourage the younger children to go into STEM. Because when you do that, you are doing yourself a lot of good, and you are also doing the world a lot of good. Remember, it is because of the action of Ben Carson's mother that we have one of the foremost neurosurgeons of the world in the person of Ben Carson. That's your child that is doing well in mathematics today may be the next Ben Carson that the world needs. But that child will not achieve his or her potential unless you do what you're supposed to do, and that is to make sure that you do everything to encourage that child. One way you can do this is to encourage and enroll your child in a school that has this STEM aspect of learning. I know one organization that has this chapter. Enroll your child in a school that has a chapter of the NSTEM, which is National STEM Organization. This kind of organization makes sure that everything STEM is captured in their curriculum. When you do this, you will be doing the world a great favor, because your child may be the next Ben Carson the world needs. Thank you very much.
Thank you.